feels great, man. I mean, it feels great to be busy and perform for people that I feel like I usually wouldn't be able to perform for. There's people here that are, here to see everybody, and it's cool that I get to perform for everybody that, travels all over the country to come see CMA Fest and all over the world even. It's been great, man. I was lucky enough to kind of miss the whole pandemic phase of Nashville and music. I moved here last year in May, so I kind of missed all of the Zoom writing and like the Zoom meetings and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm still thankful to be able to perform, and have that energy back. Because I do remember what it was like going 2 shows, after everything came back. So it's been great. So I knew when I moved to town that I wasn't going to put any kind of music out unless I felt like I had found my sound and something that could stand out in today's music world and music industry. And it's kind of hard to do, but there's a lot of people kind of I feel like trying to follow the same road, and I kind of wanted to make it easier on myself and take the road less traveled because there's less competition that way. And I mean, I grew up on rock music. My dad influenced me a lot on what I listened to. We had Three Doors Down CDs, Nickelback. That's kind of the stuff I grew up on. So, and my mom was like the country influence and all that. At that point, I had never really tried to write the rock style music. I just really moved to town, and just was kind of trying to fit in and find my lane and just write with as many people as possible. But luckily I found like a group of guys that I loved writing with that I wasn't, afraid of being different with, and like, let's try something different. And if it doesn't sound good, then nobody has to hear it. And so I remember going in to write with Christian, Yancey, and Presley Aaron. Those are the guys I wrote it with. And I met Christian at his house before we went to Presley's house to write. And I was talking to him. I was like, dude, like, let's just do something so out of left field that, like, it could be horrible, it could be great. And so we took an idea in that I had in my phone for I think 3 years at that point, and I'd forgotten about, and we were trying to find something different. And like Christian had the little rock riff going on the guitar, and I was at the bottom of my list of titles that I keep in my phone, and I found Excuse the Mess, and I kind of just said it, not really thinking much of it, and we all fell in love with it and wrote it, and it was pretty easy to write. So yeah, and we knew it was special when we left that room for sure. Well, we just announced we're doing a show with Nickelback in a couple months, or not a couple months. I think it's in September, I want to say. That's huge. It's a huge deal for me. I grew up listening to those guys. And then I think we're just planning on just playing as many shows as possible and getting that full band. I just started playing full band recently, and up to that point it's just been acoustic sets. So I feel like we're finally getting that point across of what I want to sound like live. And so really just honing in on that live show thing, and then obviously putting out as much music as possible. So I'm taking Three Doors Down, Away from the Sun album. I'm taking Eric Church, Chief album. I might just take Morgan Wallen's 36-song album, dude. It's more songs. I don't know, man. I think probably just somebody's forehead. It's always weird signing people that say they're going to get it tattooed on them. So I've had to do that a couple times, just like on their arm. But tattooing, like signing people that are going to get it tattooed is always weird. First off, because I feel like my signature's not that cool. And secondly, the thought that always goes through my head is if like I flop for some reason as an artist and like nobody knows who I am 10 years from now, this random person just has some random person's signature on their arm. I don't know, a lot of my music is kind of, the emotions that I don't get to really just talk about a lot. I think that's why I love writing songs, is because I can say stuff in songs that I wouldn't just usually walk up to somebody and have a conversation with them about. And so probably just the message of it's okay to not be okay kind of thing. Like everybody goes through certain things, and we all have everyday struggles in life, and that's what I enjoy writing about, just because it feels real and authentic. And I just want to help somebody, even if it's just one person.